Good evening and welcome to the Lawrence City Council meeting. Today is January 3rd, 2017. Happy New Year to all and welcome once again to our City Council meetings. I wish everyone a prosperous and healthy New Year. Mr. Clerk, roll call please.
Councilor Reyes.
Present.
Councilor DePena.
Present.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Present.
Councilor Abdu.
Present.
Councilor Ortiz. Councilor Maldonado.
Present.
Councilor Alvarez Rodriguez.
Present.
Councilor LaPlante. Council President Vasquez.
Present. Please join me for a moment of silence. Now, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Councilors, can I please get a motion to approve the minutes from December 7th and December 20th?
So moved.
Motion has been made and properly second. Any discussion? Seeing there's none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on, public participation. Please remember to address the city council as a whole. Do not address any individual city councilors. You will have 2.5 minutes to speak. By minute number 2, you're going to hear one bell. When your time is up, you're going to hear the second bell. First person is Mr. H. Mali. Name and address for the record, please.
Humayun Mali, 53 Chester Street. Good evening, honorable members. With the best wishes for the new year, the year of 2017 is important year. Our citizens demand of you and Mayor Rivera support our police department and senior officers union. Our police department, under impeccable leadership of Honorable Chief Fitzpatrick, has done excellent job. Support our police department and their union. Our hard-working DPW workers made our city a better city. We demand of you and Mayor Rivera support our hard-working DPW and their union. Our public school, under impeccable leadership of Honorable Superintendent Raleigh, in the road to become the best public school in the nation. Now Lawrence Public School, with more high school graduate, more MCAS improvement, our proud city with the best education of our children has risen up again. We, the citizens, support our wonderful teachers and their union. Mayor Rivera, in the remaining months in the office, need to pay more attention to public safety by supporting our police department. Lawrence Police Department, with budget of $12 million, has the impossible task to serve and protect us. The mismanaged water department, with a budget of $18 million. We need new direction for our city. Our citizens waiting for the Paulino report for more than a month. We need new direction, new vision of safety and prosperity of our citizens. Safe Lawrence only possible if you, as our elected official, support our police department and their union, and our fire department, our hard-working DPW workers. Thank you.
Thank you. Next person is Mr. Dick Russell.
Good evening, councilors. My name's Dick Russell, and I reside 34 Cross Street in the city. I hope that all of you has enjoyed a good holiday season. In keeping with New Year's and all, I offer to you this, my top 5 resolutions for the city council to make. Do something about agenda item 3910. Or do you just want to rename it 3920 right now and avoid the rush in 3 years? Install a time clock and pay the councilors that are present for the time that they're in the council chamber. Rewrite the city charter to provide for recall of all ineffective elected officials. Have councilors at large provide immunization records and valid passports to prove that they have no reason not to travel south of the river or west of Route 28. Issue cards to the councilors that have to be punched by the leadership of neighborhood groups in order to prove that the councilors really care about what they're elected to represent. Please note, the following list is not intended for or directed at district councilors. In keeping with that, here is a list of dates and locations of upcoming neighborhood association meetings. Monday, South Lawrence West, 6:30 at Carlene's. Prospect Hill, Wednesday, the 18th, 6:30, the Rollins School. Mount Vernon, the 21st, 10 a.m., the Frost School. South Common Central, the 24th, at 6:30 at the Relief Inn. Tower Hill, the 25th, 6:30 at St. Augustine's Church. District A, the 30th, 6 p.m. at the Lutheran Church. In my humble opinion, it appears that our councilors at large have no great desire to travel south of the river or west of Route 28. I speak as a somewhat of an expert as I attend a good number of neighborhood meetings and notice who shows and who's a no-show. Just remember, this is an election year. As always, I thank you for the time.
Thank you. Next person is Mr. Eugenio Alejandro Chong.
To the people of the City Hall, people of the Lawrence Public School, Lawrence High School Campus, people of the Lawrence Senior Center, people of the Lawrence Churches, people of Lawrence, people of the Massachusetts, people of the United States. My name is Eugenio Alejandro Chong. I am an elderly of 72 years old. I don't retire yet. I work very hard for the Lawrence Public School, more or less 29 years for different elementary school, and especially for the old Lawrence High School, in Lawrence High School campus. The Constitution, law in my country of the United States protect and defend my legal rights. I inform, report all of you, the evil, liar, abusing, corrupt, any Maria Strona, Chief Operating Officer of the Center Office of the Lawrence Public School, started a dirty chain, dirty connection. She covered up and support the evil, troublemaker, liar, abuse, corrupt, Juan Rodriguez, former assistant headmaster, now he the principal of two schools of the Lawrence High School campus. He studied the problems against me. He retaliated me because I defend, protect my legal rights. They send false, lies information to the superintendent, Mr. Raleigh, to fire me. Every year I receive letters of employment and work in the same position job. Devil Mary Stronas, Devil Juan Rodriguez set up everything before the last day of work for everybody or in the last semester 2015-2016. Devil Mary Stronas, she gave me a letter of the superintendent, Mr. Riley, to intend to dismiss or fire me on June 16. They set up everything until I received the letter of the superintendent, Mr. Riley, dismiss or fire me on October 13, hand delivered to the security officer. Devil, liar, abuse, corrupt, and Mary Stronach, Chief Operating Officer, and Devil, troublemaker, liar, and abuse, corrupt, Juan Rodriguez, principal to school, have to be fired from Lawrence Public School in Lawrence High School campus forever and ever. No word in Lawrence too. They damage my reputation too. The word dirty connection, Maria Cruz, the Secretary Superintendent, Mr. Riley. I asked her for a meeting with Superintendent Mr. Riley. She told me, no meeting with him. I asked her who authorized it. She didn't answer it. I told her a question. Did the Superintendent Mr. Riley authorize it? She refused to answer. I called her many times. She didn't answer always. Put a record machine. I asked the president of the paraprofessional, Luan Maria Arnaldo, for a meeting with the Superintendent Mr. Riley. She called Mr. Strona and she told her no meeting with the superintendent. The president of the union, Arnaldo, talked a lot and intimidated me, and I had to leave or call security. This is another dirty chain connection, union of paraprofessional, president of the union, and Arnaldo Blanchet, union representative in the illegal negotiation with able to strong chief operating officer. Happy New Year for the people that would will. Gati my witness!
Thank you. These names will be submitted to the clerk for the record. Moving on with the agenda, public hearings, we have none. Communications from the mayor, city officials, and city attorney, we have none. Appropriation, orders, and resolutions. Document 317, appropriation transfer to repair the Bruce School from the DPW building maintenance, claim recovery to DPW building maintenance, site improvements on the amount of $2,250,000 placed on the agenda by Mr. Mark Iarnello, our Finance Director. Is going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Document 617, resolution, request to free the political prisoner Oscar Lopez Rivera by Domingo Melendez, President of the United Puerto Rican Political Action Community, UPR-PAC, is going to the Ordinance Committee. Committee reports, we have none. Withdrawals, none. Old business, none. Table matters. Councilors, can I please get a motion to take document 41816 out of table matters?
So, second.
Motion has been made and properly second. Any discussion?
Which document, I'm sorry?
41816. 41816. Document, there's a motion on the floor. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Document 41816 is an appropriation transfer from Capital Reserve Fund to boiler replacement and repairs, City Hall, schools, on the amount of $370,000, and Tombarello site, $15,000, for a total of $489,963.63, placed on the agenda by Mr. Mark Ianello. Councilor, can I please get a motion to approve this document?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly second. Any discussion? Discussion, Councilor Abdu.
Councilor Vasquez, I would note that I'm going to abstain from this, and as I've got a conflict that I had previously stated at the subcommittee level.
Thank you, Councilor Abdu.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Please note that this document was tabled at our last meeting due to the fact that it needed 6 votes in order to be approved. If there are 6 affirmative votes today, it will pass. If there's not, the document will fail. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Councilor Alvarez Rodriguez had one question. I know I called for the vote.
Well, I was hoping to hear a more detailed description of this from
Sure.
the budget director.
I'll get Mr. Arnello. Can you please come up?
Good evening, councilors.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. This transfer is from the Capital Reserve Fund to fund the DPW site improvements accounts. We repaired the boilers here at City Hall, and there's a number of various projects at the school, which is detailed in my memo. The school department, DPW department are working diligently to prioritize which boiler work needs to be done first to most efficiently use this $370,000. But there's quite a bit of work, was my understanding, from the DPW and the school department regarding the boilers in all of the city schools, and there's quite a few of them that need some immediate
Pretty
improvement.
old. Yeah.
There's someone from the school department here in case you have any specific questions about which schools need what, but this was put on, this is their request to the mayor. I guess there's quite a few schools that really need some work done, and this was the remaining pay-go capital, if you will, or capital reserve fund balance that we could use to hopefully get them through the winter.
Right, I know some schools really need the help. They need the new boiler. But the Tombarello site,
The Tombarello site, that was one more item. I guess that's the site that the city owns, and we fenced in most of it, but DEP required us to fence in another section. So that's the estimated cost to complete the fencing off of that DEP, of that site in accordance to DEP's instructions.
did we accept this, this site from, because the last I knew, there was a bank that owned it.
No, this is city-owned property.
When did it become city-owned property?
I'm not familiar with the time, but within the past year.
Within the past
Several
year?
months ago, and approximately maybe a year ago.
What? Oh, so you took it back because of issues with taxes?
I believe this was a long abandoned site, and we finally obtained, I imagine land court probably gave us approval to take the property. But there's quite a few problems with the site, which DEP required us to cordon off because it was an old industrial site, has a lot of had a lot of issues with the land itself.
Yeah, I live right there. There was a different manager, someone that we had to call. And so I reckon they didn't invest any money in cleaning it up, so we took it, but now we have to clean it up.
Well, I think the first thing we had to do was fence it. I think there might have been some remediation work that was done on site, and, you know, I'm just not familiar with the project. Person who knows the most about this site probably is Abel Vargas, our Economic Development Director.
Would you have him give me a call, please?
Sure.
I would like to know more specifically about when we became the owners of that site. And because I know it can be very costly since there are environmental issues, et cetera. So I
It is,
wonder
but
when the
it-
transfer was made and,
It's also one of the largest, I guess the site has quite a bit of potential because it's a large piece of
Right.
land. And it is in a good area.
and it did have a manager that for a little bit was responsive to the neighborhood. So I'm wondering whether he paid the taxes or not. I thought he had it under control, but
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the details behind it, but I do know that we've owned this property for a while because we have already fenced in most of the site, what we thought was required. But apparently there was some additional fencing that they wanted us to put up.
it's huge.
Yeah, it's a big site.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Alvarez Rodriguez. Councilor Maldonado? Councilor LaPlante?
Sure. So, Mr. Anello, did you just say that this is a requirement by the Mass DEP that this site be secured?
My understanding is there's some, we fenced in most of the site, but there's an additional area that DEP asked us to enclose the final area, additional fencing.
Because of my work for that agency, Mr. President, I'm going to have to withdraw my motion. Someone else certainly can make it, but I have to recuse myself from this vote tonight. So I'd like to withdraw my motion for this matter.
Motion has been withdrawn. Is there a
So
motion?
moved.
Is there a motion to approve the document?
I move to approve.
To approve?
Okay, so motion
Yes.
has been made by Councilor Alvarez Rodriguez.
Second.
Okay, Councilor Maldonado.
Mr. Onelo, do you know how much money we have left on the Capital Reserve Fund?
This will, in my memo to the council, I think it should be in your packet, the balance in the fund was $489,900.63.
89,000?
$489,900.
We have left?
No, that, after this transfer, it'll be zero.
Oh, zero.
That's what we have today, is
Yes.
$489,900.63.
Did you include in the package a breakdown of how much money we have used?
Yeah,
on
there
it?
should be a memo with my
It's in there?
name on it. Yep.
Okay.
It starts, capital reserve fund balance before the transfer of $489,900, and then the details of what we're gonna use it for, the remaining after the transfer would be zero.
Well, you found it.
Okay. No more questions.
Okay, seeing there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Any abstention? Okay, Mr. Clerk, roll call, please.
Council Reyes?
Work for Master.
Yes.
Council DePena?
Yes.
Council Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilor Abdu?
Abstention.
Noted. Councilor Ortiz? Councilor Maldonado?
Yes?
Council Alvarez Rodriguez?
Yes.
Council Vice President LaPlante?
Abstain.
Noted. And Council President?
Yes.
6 yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to, any further documents on table items? Seeing there's none, moving on to new business. Document 117, it's the overview of opioid epidemic in the city of Lawrence by Council Vice President Mark LaPlante is going to the Committee of the Whole. Document 217, Broomfield Street, request to reinstate alternate site parking in the winter parking by Roberto Santiago is going to the Ordinance Committee. Document 417, Lawrence Police Department, 2017 Massachusetts Municipal Public Safety Staffing Grant on the amount of $825,249.11 is going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Document 517, Home Rule Petition, Eugene Scallon Sr., killed in the line of duty, placed on the agenda by our city attorney, is going to the Ordinance Committee. Mr. Chair from the Personnel Committee.
Mr. President, we have no items at this time, and therefore,
Okay. Mr. Chair from the Housing Committee.
Yes, we have a previous scheduled meeting on the 9th, because we have,
Madam Chair from the Ordinance.
Next Thursday, which is, what is the day of the next?
12th.
The 12th. Mr. Vice President.
Budget and Finance meets on January the 11th.
Committee on the Whole.
Committee of the Whole will be meeting on January the 30th.
Committee on the Whole?
Um,
What date is that?
January 30th is a Monday, Mr. President.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the Public Safety Committee, we'll figure out a date among the committee members. We have a few items there that need to
At
be.
7?
oh, do we have a day, or? do
No,
gotta
we are
figure out
have-
later?
We're gonna, I'll figure out among committee members only. Councilors, please note that I won't be here for the next city council meeting. Our vice president will be sharing the committee. Can I please get a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
What am I doing here?
Thank
Want
you.
this?